You just turned somebody's world upside down. May this find the right people at the right time. You are a human tower moment. And when I say you turn somebody's world upside down, their downfall is your rise. This is a very specific message. So if this doesn't feel like confirmation, then it's not for you. I was shuffling the deck and I got the world card. So this came out, the world card popped out first. So here's what you need to know about the world card. It's the completion of a cycle, and it is the last card in the tarot deck. So a tarot deck's like 78 cards, and the world, it's like the end. It's a major arcana, so that's the theme here, and it's the end of a cycle. I pulled almost all major arcanas for this spread. Like, this is power. You have so much power, and you're using your voice online, on public platforms, on social media, out in real life. You have been using your voice. And if you've been feeling a little under the weather lately, and like I know I have this last month, that's a throat chakra clearing. So I haven't been making a lot of videos because I've just been so drained and tired, and like allergy problems for like a month. That's a throat chakra clearing. So if that resonates with you, let me know. But the people who doubted you, lied on your name, played in your face, now they're scared of you. Next, I got the Hierophant. This is the Hierophant can represent systemic oppression, religious dogma. That represents your haters. Like, the people who have oppressed you, harmed you, that was intentional, systems that have done that. There is someone in your energy, and maybe you can feel it, maybe you know who it is, that has done everything in their power to keep you down. But when you rise, and you rise publicly, and the people that tried to keep you down, when they see you rise, it turns their world upside down. You are the authority figure now. When the people who harmed you, when they did that, like, sometimes you are a victim and you survived it, and now you are the authority figure. The Hierophant is also represented by the number 5. 5 is about changes, portals. This is a portal. It's change. It's completion. You have let something go. When you use your voice, if you've been speaking up about systemic oppression, abuse, you set change in motion every time you speak up. And you're the High Priestess. This card's represented by the number 2. This is also another major arcana, like the World, major arcana. The Hierophant, major arcana. The High Priestess, major arcana. These are big themes. This energy is explosive. This spread, this is a type of energy that breaks systemic oppression, generational cycles, generational trauma. You broke it. When you spoke up, when you exercised that throat chakra, you broke generational cycles. Your haters, they see you as the High Priestess, and they see you as someone that people believe, because you're the authority now. You have the power now. You took control of the plot, the script, the narrative. You are the head writer of truth. And towers are falling. The people that did you dirty, they're getting their justice. That's balance. And that's why they're having their downfall and you are having a rise. That's balance. You are on a new journey. And your words cut like ice. This is the Queen of Swords. She a bad bitch. The Queen of Swords has good boundaries. She has great boundaries. She's drawing a line in the sand with a sword. And anyone that tries to play in her face, done. Some people think the Queen of Swords is cold. She's just direct. She's confident. She speaks with clarity. Her words cut through lies, and that scares people. Or it uplifts them and people get excited, one or the other. Then this is the Fool. This is the first card in the tarot deck. So we have a full cycle. The World and the Fool. Not only did you complete a cycle, but you also started a new journey, and you are so guided and protected. You healed your bloodline through using that your throat chakra, speaking up, being authentic. You took off the mask and you picked up the mic, and you're not giving it back, and you're not turning it down either. You're turning it up. The Fool is such a fun card. Like, look how close she is to the edge, but she has that little dog that's like keeping her safe. Like, you have spirit guides and a spiritual network that are keeping you safe. And you can be a little edgy. Look, you can be a little edgy because you're protected. That's why you can use that throat chakra and get blessed in return. Let me read you some of my notes. So, the people that hurt you, they did it because they saw your power and they wanted to take it away so that they could have it for themselves. And I'm so sorry that that happened to you. But they see your power now and they see your rise and they are so scared of you. You have changed into a completely different person. And the people that did you dirty, they don't recognize you. And that shatters their reality. Because they have been confusing you on purpose, misunderstanding you on purpose. They also just don't have the intellectual capacity to really understand you. So people can only meet you as deeply as they've met themselves. I'm as deep as the ocean. Most people can't handle me. My inner circle is small. My best friend is a Scorpio. Like, when you rise, not everyone can breathe at your altitude. That is by design. Let them go. Back to the Fool. All she has is her dog, and see this little bag, a little backpack. That's all she got. And she's just like, I got this flower too. Her journey is blessed. And maybe you don't have a lot of materials right now. That's okay. Maybe your finances are not ideal. That's okay, because she got rid of the baggage. And now she's light. And she's in the unknown. And you know what's in the unknown? Your brand new life. Everything that you want that you don't currently have now, that's in the unknown. That's in your new life. And that's exactly where you're headed. And it may not feel like a dramatic shift either. Something I've learned for me, every time I level up, like for the last 2 years, I'm like, that's it. Like, I just quantum leaped. Okay. Like, sometimes you change faster than the material world it can move. So like sometimes you're outpacing the material world. So if you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm leveling up, I'm evolving, I'm changing, but my bank account doesn't match. And all these spiritual people are like, money's an energy. If your bank account sucks, so is your energy. Boo. Sometimes you're changing so fast that the money hasn't caught up yet. And I can't stand it when spiritual people act like if you're broke, it's your fault. Money manifestations have to go through multiple hands before they land in your hands. So if you don't have a lot of people in your life, it makes the money harder to get to you. And the job market is in the toilet. Like, the world is on fire. That slows down manifestations and money. It ain't all your fault. It's not. Systemic oppression is real. Systemic oppression, that's low vibrational magic. That's a curse. systemic oppression, economic oppression, systemic racism, homophobia, like all of the fears, like that's a curse and it will affect your bank account. So if you're just like, wow, it sounds great that I completed a cycle and I'm on a new journey, cool. But if your bank account is still not where you would really like it to be, hold on. It's coming. And I know holding on is hard. And I'm not telling you to be grateful for crumbs. I'm stirring my tea. I'm not going to tell people to be grateful for crumbs. I think that's stupid. I think that's condescending. And if you want more, it's okay to want more. You're supposed to have nice things. You're supposed to. This is weak tea. Ugh. I thought this was going to be better. I did like 2 tea bags of chai and it just tastes like water. Okay. I'm filming this on a Friday. We have a winter storm tonight. I just did a bunch of hexing and I am working with this winter storm energy. If y'all want to do some hexing, a winter storm's a great time to do it. Because you are the ice queen. A lot of people think the Queen of Swords, they'll describe her as like an ice queen. I just called some people out publicly. Ice queen. Queen of Swords. So if you ever want to do some hexing, there's a winter storm. You can turn lies into ice. You can freeze them in place. You can freeze people's tongues. Work with the energy around you. That's how you work smarter, not harder. When I work with like cycles of the moon, different things that are going on in Mother Nature, you're just working with the energies around you. You don't have to, but I have found that there can be less resistance that way. It just feels a little bit easier, a little bit softer, but you can do your hexes anytime you want. I just like it when my spells and hexes match the weather. I think that's fun. What's going on here with my hair? Okay, so let's get back to these notes. Your haters see your power. That's where I left off before I went on a different route. Your haters don't know this version of you. And that's really, really scary to them because they thought they had you figured out, but you just collapsed a karmic portal. And now they're like, we don't know what's going on. We don't know what's going to happen next. We cannot predict her next move. This cycle can no longer feed off your silence because you spoke up. Make your content. Speak your truth. Do it when you feel safe to do it. Authenticity is like my whole brand, especially on LinkedIn, and it makes people scared of me. So just know that like when you speak your truth and you are consistent, and you're going in the direction of your new life, you need to understand that your new life is going to cost you your old one. And you need to prepare for that. I'm not trying to scare you, but you can do it in baby steps. And just do what feels right to you. I'm never going to say, this is my blueprint, you have to do my blueprint. Like other people's blueprint doesn't work on me. So when I do these readings and I share these cards and these themes, what I want you to do is take away like energetic themes, parallel themes, take what resonates, leave the rest. So if something I say just feels like so off the wall for you, leave it. It's not for you, and that's okay. That tea is gross. A theme that came up that I wrote down in my notes is psychic mugshot. Some of y'all are seers. And when people are talking ish about you, you can feel it. And you can set boundaries and you can just return to sender. That's fine. That's not yours. But it can also be a nod from your ancestors, your spirit guides, letting you know, like, this person is talking bad about you. What do you want to do about it? You can use that energy to open doors and gates of abundance. So when I am doing some hexing, doing some cursing, doing some spell work, I'll tell my my galactic allies, who are my frequency strategists, that I want to use the energy of my haters to open up doors and gates of abundance and opportunity for me. And then I let them figure out the logistics. I just tell them what I want and then I let them handle it. Talk to your guides. Everybody's got them. Talk to your ancestors. Everybody's got them. And you can just speak to them out loud in your home like you're talking to your best friend, because they are your best friends. They're your biggest cheerleaders, and they want to help you. Just ask. Be direct. Tell your guides and your ancestors exactly what you want and let them figure out how to do it. You just tell them the goal, the outcome, what you desire, and then they're going to figure out how to get it to you. And then follow your intuition, because they're going to guide you to the thing that you want through your intuition, through your dreams, through nudges. If you're ever like, I just feel like I need to do something, that's you being guided. I just heard like someone knock on the wall, like a confirmation. Okay, your haters have lost the plot. They have lost control of the narrative. They've lost their minds. Your haters lost the plot and control in the narrative. They are scared. All right, let's read some more notes. Okay, let's talk more about the Hierophant. Because in this context, like the Hierophant is a teacher also, a divine teacher. Everybody got to learn one day. And when people don't learn, it's giving, they effed around and they found out. And when people have to suffer the consequences of their own actions, when they're not learning, it can be really uncomfortable and it can be really painful. It's balance. They can figure it out. As an adult, like you're not responsible for other adults' feelings or emotions or how they react. Everybody is responsible for managing their own emotions. Okay, I'm not a parent, so I'm not talking about kids, and I know that situations at work can be different, but what I learned in therapy, you are not responsible for somebody else's feelings. Now, I'm not telling you to go out there and just be a dick. No. But you're not responsible for how other people feel. And if you grew up in a home with parents who were toxic and disrespectful and they didn't know how to manage their emotions, your parents probably made you feel like it was your job to manage their emotions. Like, how many of y'all felt like you had to take care of your parents? When they were upset, you had to help them feel better. And you weren't allowed to display your emotions because it was more than what your parents could handle. So you had to shrink yourself, close your throat chakra, and be quiet. Be seen and not heard. If that's what your haters did to you and your parents did to you, and you start using your voice, it's going to scare the out of them. And now you're the authority figure. You're the boss. You're the one that's in control of the narrative, the plot. Because you're the head writer of your life. And when you speak on it with authority, you reinforce that every time. So the World card I mentioned was the first card that came up. Like, this is total completion. Y'all just closed something out, like, for good. You ended some soul contracts. When you complete a cycle and people fall out of your life, let them. Because soul contracts don't need to last forever. Some people are just meant to be in your life for a season. Some people are just here to teach you a lesson. Some people just shouldn't be there. They landed there by mistake. They need to go. So I don't like giving people second chances, because when I do, they disappoint me the same way. And I'm like, well, I don't need to learn that lesson a third time. I don't like giving people second chances. I don't do hot and cold either. If someone wants to be in a relationship with me of any kind, I'm talking friendship, workship, any kind of partnership, be consistent. Because when people start running hot and cold, it means they're just not that into you. And I am so into me that I'm only going to let people be in my life if they are also so into me. Let's give him that Queen of Swords. I am her. You might be too. Okay. You're the truth teller. And it is terrifying, all the people that lied on you. Good. They should be scared. They should know what it feels like to be scared. Okay. Let's talk some more about the High Priestess, because this is you. Okay, let's talk about symbolism in this card. Black and the white. Boaz, Josan. The beginning, the end. The light, the dark. everything, duality, power, so much power, big feminine energy power. All right. So, High Priestess is proof, and she's the witness. All right, you made your mess your message, and that is turning your pain into power. That's alchemy. That's transmuting. That's how you take something bad that happened to you and turn it into something good. So somebody hurt you and you learned a lesson, turn that into a course, then sell it on school or make some videos about it. Teach people. That's an offering. That's how you balance the scales. All right, what else? Oh, your haters are haunted by you. You keep them up at night. And let me tell you, baby, that is power. And it is yours. And they saw it and they tried to squash it and they tried to take it away from you. They wanted it for themselves. But you said, not today, Satan. People are beginning to see you like your ancestors and your guides see you. So your ancestors and your spirit guides, they are your cheerleaders. They think the world of you. And they see your power and your light. And now other people are starting to see you like that. That, where is the Fool? Yeah, that's what that's giving. That's new. Because the people that did you dirty used to control the narrative, and now they don't. You do. That's giving the Fool. New journey. The Fool is not a bad thing. It's weird to me that it's called the Fool. I'm just like, whatever. But it's really just about new journey and the unknown. All right. Oh, you're getting, so building on that, like you are getting the recognition and the visibility that you deserve. Don't be surprised if your phone starts ringing. Okay. And if like new offers coming in, because this Queen of Swords is all about intellect. Like people are seeing how smart you are. This is a liberation moment for you, and you've been really strategic about it. So you shouldn't be surprised, but other people are because they haven't been in on your strategy sessions. That's between you and your guides. You are unburdened. The energy that I was picking up in this spread, unburdened, unbothered, which is also on brand for me because I have a podcast called We Are Unbothered. It's also giving that. Like when you stop giving an F what other people think of you, you're going to get louder, prouder, bolder, more powerful. People are going to be scared. They're probably going to call you mean. Oh, well, I love it when people think I'm mean. Good. Get out of here. Because I will hurt your feelings. And I'll do it on purpose. And then my ancestors are going to do it too. So people think I'm mean. Good. That just means they shouldn't be in my life. That's also how you let go too. Like when you're doing spell work and you're doing hexing, that's letting go. Because you're telling your guides, the universe, this is what I want. Go get it for me. That's what a spell is. It's, for me, it's like a form of release. There's also some release here in this spread. Like when you flip the script like you did, you're releasing the baggage of holding somebody else's secrets. You are supported by a spiritual network and you have become unfuckwithable. That's pretty big. That's a big deal. And it's balance. Like you are balancing the scales of justice with the moves that you've been making, with the things that you've been speaking. You call out people for harming you and for doing you dirty, you are immediately starting a new balance. You are rebalancing the scales because people will find power in silence when they're the ones that did something they shouldn't have done. So when you are silent about things that happened to you that should not have happened to you, the people that did that thing, they stay safe when you stay silent. So you get to decide, who do I want to keep safe, me or them? The answer should always be me. You should be your number one priority when it comes to safety. It is your job to keep yourself safe. And when somebody hurts you, when someone abuses you, They're firing you from giving a shit about them. So if you get fired from that job, leave. Leave that relationship. Some of you may have some projects, creative endeavors. Y'all got the mic. So what do you want to say? Do you want to start a podcast? Do you want to make an album? Do you want to write a book? Because now that you put down the baggage, you're lighter, you're freer, you're probably going to feel more creative. Now is the time for you to publish that book, that podcast, because those are portals. Those are activations. Well, I think I'm going to leave it there. If this resonates, let me know in the comments, okay? I hope this was helpful to somebody.